we have our first tomato, and this whole time I thought this was a Black Krim, and it looks like it might be a pineapple. So I'm going to pick this shortly, and we are going to try it. And right there, I know for sure that those are Black Krims, because I planted those this year from seed. And as I had said before, this was a volunteer plant, and when I scanned it with the planted up, it said Black Krim. Obviously not correct. And as you can see, the greenhouse is full, and so I'm doing this every time I see flowers, because the grasshoppers have been munching on them and killing them. And since I started doing this, we seem to be doing a lot better. If I show you this other side, that's the red crimson starting to come up there. And over here, this is another one of those volunteer plants, and as you can see, we have multiple tomatoes. And all this volunteer, well, not all of them, but majority of the volunteers I have came from the main plant, which is that one over there. So we could probably safely assume that that is also going to be a pineapple, but we'll see. And then I believe that's all we have that is currently already bloomed into tomatoes. Everything else is just flowers, because as I mentioned, grasshoppers were feeding on them, so I didn't stand much of a chance. And as you can see, we have lots of flowers, and every time I see little flowers, I've been putting the little nettings. And I get these little nets from Amazon, and I'll post a link below if you're interested in getting some. And hopefully this time we'll get more tomatoes, since they are secure. And I think that is all I have. Oh, and as you can see, we have those Aunty Molly cherries like everywhere. So this year I'm going to make some jam with those cherries. As you can see, we still have some Swiss chard, and we have the rainbow one going in the back right over there, and just a regular white Swiss chard. And we have my pepper, my Poblano, and it's producing finally. It has some peppers. I don't know if you can see the peppers in this forest. There is one. So I was going to show you the Poblano. Let's see if I can get it. So that's what the Poblanos look like. There we go. And we have several of them back there. We also have some zinnias, which I should cut and take into the house and enjoy them. And that, I think I just showed that. I'm not sure if that's in the video, but that's probably also going to be the pineapple, since it's a volunteer cut from the same plant. And this, I believe I said that this was the Krim, but that is the Paul Robeson's right there. And I'm really hoping to have more tomatoes soon now that I'm using the netting, so the grasshoppers cannot get to them and chew on the little flowers. And as you can see, I have lots of flowers now that I've started putting them in the netting as soon as I find them. And it also appears that we've had rain the last 2 days, and that seems to have taken care of the grasshoppers. Well, at least I haven't seen any since it started raining. So hopefully that's a good sign. I was also saying earlier that my Aunty Molly cherries are all over the place. So this year I should have enough to make some jam out of them. And that right there, that's another pineapple. And I know this is a pineapple because I planted that one from seed. And I believe this little volunteer we had in the back, and I wasn't sure what that was going to be, that is a Valencia. And I can tell because there's a teeny tiny little Valencia right there. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm going to show you the rest of the garden. We'll go look at the raised beds, and we will also look at the GreenStalks, which are doing really, really well. That's the Habanero. It's just now starting to produce little flowers. It's been quite slow, but it's finally picking up. And lots of beets. We still have lots of beets and onions all over the place. It's another Paul Robeson down there. It's also Paul Robeson. And back there, that's a San Marzano. So we'll see how this goes in a few weeks. But I'm a lot happier now that the grasshoppers are not able to eat the flowers. Very happy about that. Also have a Serrano back here, which seems to be doing quite well. I can already see some little Serranos. And like I was saying earlier, I'm not sure if I got that on video earlier, but we have lots of Serranos in the front in the GreenStalks. Then they're about 3 inches long. So I'll show you those as we continue with the tour. So we'll see you shortly at the raised beds when we do the next tour.